This is Red Dragon.
I got the walkie and the cake, awaiting further instructions.
You have lied to me!
I don't care if my asshole is filled with genital warts. I still love you.
South Park just took one of Trump's most disturbing tweets and absolutely destroyed it in the latest episode. After an entire season buried in chaos, fake authority, and non-stop noise, the finale exposes the truth Trump hates most. His power only exists when people treat him seriously. This episode proves that ridicule breaks him faster than outrage ever could.
A piece of shit! He does this to me all the time!
In this latest episode, South Park breaks all limits and goes full on Trump. From the very first scene, the show makes it clear that it has zero interest in being subtle, balanced, or respectful anymore. Trump is treated like a loud, chaotic force that has completely taken over the world of the show, and everyone is sick of it.
Merry Christmas! Relax, guys!
The episode doesn't frame him as clever or dangerous, it frames him as exhausting. His power comes from noise, fear, and non-stop drama, and South Park deliberately removes all of that by dropping him into absurd situations where nothing he does actually matters. The harder he tries to look in control, the more ridiculous he becomes.
Okay, boss. This is the place. That is the police station over there.
That's the trap the episode sets. By refusing to take Trump seriously for even a second, South Park turns his intimidation into embarrassment. And once that happens, his entire act collapses.
But we've got Stan!
Stan stops feeling like a cartoon character and starts sounding like the audience itself. He opens the story listing disaster after disaster, and it lands like South Park openly admitting how drained everyone feels right now. There's frustration in his voice, and the episode leans into it instead of covering it with jokes.
Are you serious right now? I told him this was the day we were gonna sing songs and decorate the nursery!
Stan stands alone for a reason. The show clears the stage and puts all the weight on him, showing someone overwhelmed and desperate for a Christmas miracle that feels more like a plea for balance than belief. It's raw, uncomfortable, and intentional.
President Trump's demon spawn. How Satan will give birth to the butt baby is still unclear, but
this is South Park saying the quiet part out loud. The audience feels worn down, overloaded, and pushed to the edge, and Stan exists to carry that feeling straight into the heart of the episode.
My president, bro.
Whoa! It's Jesus Christ!
Power Christian Jesus becomes one of the most brutal jokes South Park has ever pulled. Sitting in the counselor's office surrounded by electric guitars, he represents moral authority that has turned loud, aggressive, and obsessed with dominance. He sounds less like a guide and more like a hype man chasing control.
That's what everyone needs right now. A big Christmas miracle?
When Stan asks for a Christmas miracle, Jesus shuts him down and ridicules the idea as weakness. Compassion disappears, empathy gets replaced with ideology, and faith turns into branding. South Park pushes this version of Jesus so far that it collapses in real time.
What the hell happened to Jesus?
He's all Christian now.
That's the real satire. The show uses Jesus to show how moral authority rots when it serves power instead of people. By the time he starts acting like an action hero later on, the damage is already done. This authority feels empty, performative, and exposed.
tiny dreams and tinsel glow. What's more special than a new baby at Christmas time?
Satan walks into this story singing a Christmas song and decorating a nursery, and that alone flips the entire moral board. He feels hopeful, excited, and genuinely happy in a way that feels uncomfortable because it's real. South Park gives him warmth on purpose, setting him up as the emotional center while everyone else plays power games.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any spare change, okay? The government cut school funding, so I lost my job.
The moment Trump and Vance move to stop the baby, that warmth gets crushed. Suddenly, Satan feels betrayed, cornered, and disposable, just another character chewed up by authority and ambition. Watching him go from joy to panic hits harder than any speech or joke.
The town might be onto us, and the crap out could be any minute now.
Okay, let's synchronize our watches.
That inversion is deadly satire. South Park makes Satan feel human, while power looks cruel, selfish, and careless. When the audience starts rooting for Satan's Christmas miracle, the show proves how upside down the world in this season has become.
It's time to complete Operation Kill My Own Baby.
Trump and Vance move through this episode like they're running a secret war, and South Park treats it like pure theater. Disguises, code words, fake seriousness, camping outside the police station. Everything looks dramatic on the surface and empty underneath. The show frames power as cosplay.
Mr. President, what happened?
I don't know.
Their entire plan revolves around breaking Peter Thiel and Pete Hegseth out of jail. Like these guys hold the keys to reality itself. South Park exaggerates their importance so hard that it becomes obvious how ridiculous the setup is. The more official the operation sounds, the dumber it feels.
Then we can proceed. We have very little time to stop the Antichrist from coming.
Beth, just so you know,
That's the roast. Trump's authority survives on performance, and this episode strips it down to a badly acted skit. Once power starts looking like a joke, it stops commanding fear and starts inviting laughter.
Oh, he's such a pig.
Stan begging the toilet for a Christmas miracle feels like a setup everyone recognizes. Years of South Park history point straight toward Mr. Hanky, and the episode knows exactly what the audience expects. That expectation becomes the punchline.
So much to be done. We'll drink eggnog and cocoa when the labor has begun.
Instead of comfort, nostalgia shows up twisted. The woodland Christmas critters burst in like chaos wrapped in cheer. It feels wrong, loud, and ridiculous on purpose. And that's the point. The show chooses confusion over comfort and leans into it hard.
It's Vance. There.
This moment announces the rules of the finale. Logic takes a back seat, nostalgia becomes a weapon, and the episode dares the audience to either laugh or fight it. South Park picks fun over order and throws the switch completely.
They just wanna kill the baby.
What?
Towelie steps in and instantly becomes the voice of the entire season. He shows up through a pile of laundry, high as usual, and suddenly knows everything because he's been close enough to see all the mess. South Park turns him into the ultimate witness, dirty, ignored, and fully aware.
I can't understand you because you're covered in dried up milk.
It's not milk.
Ew!
Once he starts talking, the episode stops pretending this is a mystery. Every plot thread gets dumped out at once. The baby plan, the betrayals, the secret moves, the power plays. Then Towelie drops the line that defines the whole season. The most exquisitely woven tapestry of ideas. It lands like a joke and a confession at the same time.
So then, Vice President Vance, he doesn't want you to have the baby, right? Because he thinks your baby is gonna hurt his chances of becoming president.
That moment says it all. South Park admits the chaos, laughs at itself, and keeps moving forward anyway. When the show mocks its own complexity this hard, it controls the joke again, and that's where the power shifts.
Let's do this!
Oh no, here they come.
Peter Thiel gets treated like a horror monster, the one figure everyone fears. The Christmas critters talk about him like a final boss, and suddenly power wears a completely different face. Wealth and influence feel scarier than Satan himself.
Where is room 67? Thank you.
That flip is the joke and the message. The audience starts rooting for Satan and the Antichrist, while Trump's side feels cold, greedy, and soulless. South Park turns the usual moral order upside down and lets it stay there. This is where the episode lands its sharpest hit, when Satan feels human and power feels monstrous. The satire cuts deeper than any speech ever could.
No. If you want to get to Satan, you'll have to go through us. I am fully embracing this crap out.
Jesus suddenly crashes into the story like a cheat code. He shows up defending Trump, shredding on a guitar, teleporting people around, blowing walls open, and breaking powerful figures out of jail. Authority turns into a superhero costume. That move is deliberate satire. South Park turns divine support into raw force, showing how power justifies itself with spectacle and noise. When faith starts acting like a weapon, it stops feeling moral and starts feeling dangerous.
Hey, I didn't hit her, okay? I mean, all right, maybe I did, but Peggy was asking for it.
This moment exposes the system clearly. Power protects power, dresses itself as righteousness, and smashes obstacles without hesitation. South Park puts it on full display and lets the absurdity speak for itself. Everything slams together at the hospital like a final boss fight. Trump, Vance, Thiel, Hegseth, and Jesus roll in like they're about to save the world, while Stan, Satan, Towelie, and the critters stand in their way. The setup screams epic resolution, and South Park knows it.
All I know is I might as well help someone get their Christmas miracle, because nobody's helping me with mine.
Then Stan speaks up and questions Jesus, and the entire thing flips instantly. Jesus switches sides in seconds, dropping the tough guy act without hesitation. The speed feels ridiculous, rushed, and messy. Exactly the point.
No, you're right. You're right, my child.
This moment exposes the season's core idea. Authority changes sides fast, convictions fold under pressure, and power bends wherever it benefits most. The showdown feels fake because the systems behind it are fake, and South Park lets that collapse happen in real time.
We've looked at the ultrasound, and it appears that at some point when nobody was watching, the baby itself and took its own life.
The doctor walks out and drops the line that nukes the entire season. The Antichrist hung itself, the footage has missing minutes, and the conclusion gets stamped as official without hesitation. In seconds, months of buildup evaporate. The reference hits instantly. Missing footage, rushed certainty, everyone moving on like nothing matters. It mirrors how power erases problems in real life. South Park delivers the punch without explaining it because explanation would weaken the joke.
I'm afraid you can see it all in the video. The baby got a hold of some bed sheets. There's a couple minutes missing from the ultrasound, but it's definitely a suicide.
This is where Trump's threatening image finally collapses. All the fear, noise, and chaos end in paperwork, shrugs, and celebration. Power survives by outlasting scrutiny, and South Park turns that reality into the darkest laugh of the episode.
There's not gonna be a crap out?
This is a Fox News special alert.
The fallout hits immediately. Satan packs up the nursery, folds the baby clothes, and leaves quietly, carrying the weight of everything that just happened. The joy from earlier gets replaced with silence, and it lands heavier than any joke. At the same time, Trump celebrates, dancing, smiling, untouched, surrounded by people praising his strength. The contrast is brutal and intentional.
Hey, Merry Christmas! Did you hear the news? The baby's dead!
Yes, Mr. President, we are so sorry.
This is South Park's coldest message. The ones who feel, lose. The ones who chase power walk away clean. The episode lets that imbalance sit there without comfort, because that's how it works. Stan gets a letter from Jesus and a simple instruction: go to this address. The door opens and the Marsh house is back, fully decorated, warm, familiar, and untouched by the chaos that swallowed the season. It lands like a gut punch in the best way. This moment carries real weight. Years of integrity farms, constant upheaval, and forced change vanish in one quiet scene. South Park gives Stan what he wanted all along: stability, comfort, and a sense of home.